The following is a version 1.5 script for the CDC's vaccine safety monitoring systems. Thank you for having a listen. While listening, please consider if this metaphor makes sense. It's likely you have never heard of any of these systems or their function before, and that is totally okay. These videos are just to give you a brief introduction. Here is the video mission statement to help you understand how and where these videos fit into the CDC's overall mission. These videos will serve the CDC's vaccine safety monitoring systems through elevated public messaging. The discovery process has revealed the need for a greater understanding in how and where vaccine data collection is used and processed. These videos will create memorable interactions that are shareable while also providing an empathetic and relatable voice to the public health conversation. The following consists of 6 sections: an intro and outro, and 4 one-minute sections for each of the vaccine safety monitoring systems. Let's begin. Intro. Vaccine safety monitoring is an ongoing task. Just like the weather, vaccines have become a part of our day-to-day lives. On the screen is Auntie Vi leaves her house each morning, ready for whatever the day may bring her. The first day is a sunny day. She puts on her sunglasses. The following day it's raining. She is ready with her umbrella. The next day it's cold out. She throws on a scarf and hat. On her 4th exit from the house, the weather is a strong blizzard, and grabs her snow shovel and starts digging a path through the street. She comes upon a reporter waist deep in the snow giving a live account. The reporter says, "And just like any cold, you can expect some side effects. Back to you, Bob." And the camera zooms out and transitions into the weather studio with a lower third and logos that say VERS. The weatherman is handed a piece of paper with VSD written across the top and says to the screen, "This just in from our National Weather Monitoring System VSD." The screens behind the weatherman switch to a satellite monitoring system, and the camera moves forward, transitioning into a satellite shot looking down on the Earth. While looking down from above the planet, the weather system clears up and sunny skies return. The shot transitions into a TV screen and zooms back out to show Auntie Vi in her home watching the news, in her favorite armchair. On the TV screen, she is being interviewed by a reporter about the aftermath of the snowstorm. Auntie recounts the day of the blizzard with pantomime. While these various scenes are playing on the screen, a voiceover begins as the weather reporter concludes his statement from the studio. Understanding how vaccines are monitored and tracked in the United States can be a daunting task, especially if you or a loved one has experienced an adverse reaction to a vaccine. It can feel like you're caught in a storm. Similar to how there are various systems for tracking weather, there are also various systems and for tracking the effects and effectiveness of vaccines. Let's take a closer look at how these vaccine safety monitoring systems function. Each of these systems have more in-depth information and data listed on their websites, which will be linked in the description below. Now the video begins the first of the 4 vaccine safety monitoring system overviews. vSafe. vSafe is the on-the-ground reporter who is right there in the weather with you. By submitting updates through text messages and email, you help to let the monitoring systems know how things are going out there. By analyzing check-ins collected from particular vaccine recipients through text or email, the CDC can identify trends and guide healthcare providers or the public with clear, actionable information about potential side effects and safety measures. vSafe can be thought of as the on-ground weather person who will link you to a check-in every day during the first week after vaccination, and then 1 check-in per week for 5 more weeks. Each check-in takes 2 minutes or less to complete. Also, if you are feeling bright, sunny, and fine, your check-ins help the CDC track the vaccine's overall effectiveness. vSafe check-ins will ask you things like, do you have redness at the injection site? How are you feeling? What are your symptoms, etc. We want to know your personal weather report. Please visit the link in the description to learn more about vSafe and to get instructions on how you can help make sure vaccines stay safe no matter what the weather brings. Now, let's move on to VERS. The weather studio is where reports from all over come in: storms, sleet, and snow. The studio is where this information gets collected, reviewed, and given to the news anchor to tell the story and to advise the public. This is a good way to begin to understand the role that the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, VERS, plays within the Vaccine Safety Monitoring System within the CDC. With reports submitted from individuals and healthcare providers, the system is where the raw data is analyzed. Just as a weather studio collects and processes data to identify potential threats in weather patterns, VERS acts as an essential system for gathering vaccine-related reports. This data is made available to the public. It helps monitor trends, detect anomalies, and inform further investigation, ensuring public safety through vigilance and transparency. Please follow the link below to find out where and how you can submit a report to VIIRS and to learn more about where and how your data is used. The third vaccine safety monitoring system is known as VSD. Here is the 1-minute monologue. The world is a big place, and weather pattern monitoring helps everyone predict the climate for the weeks ahead. There is a ton of raw data the weather systems process to help provide the forecast to you and me. The CDC's Vaccine Safety Data Link, or VSD network, is also a large-scale data monitoring system. This collaboration between CDC and healthcare organizations across the US looks at the effects of vaccines on the country's population. They then take the observed results and deliver insights and recommendations to the nationwide policymakers. Similar to a weather monitoring network which tracks data and analysis patterns over time to study climate change or long-term weather trends, VSD uses its vast database to study long-term health outcomes related to vaccines, providing insight into safety and effectiveness over time. To learn more about the VSD networks and its role in vaccine safety monitoring, please visit the link in the video description. Finally, we have CISA. We often say that not all side effects are severe like a blizzard and mild to moderate weather like symptoms may be expected. The Clinical Immunization Safety Assessment Project, or CISA, is here to collect the weather reports after it has occurred. This is a good way to think of the CISA's role in vaccine monitoring. CISA works closely with healthcare providers and patients to investigate complex or rare adverse events following vaccination, providing expert clinical assessments to better understand and address specific cases. CISA is a network of vaccine safety experts from CDC, research centers, and other partners. CISA provides consultations for U.S. healthcare providers with complex vaccine safety questions about individual patients. In the U.S., CISA conducts vaccine safety research and contributes to emergency response activities. Please follow the links below to learn how healthcare providers can enter an adverse reaction and to request an investigation with the CISA that you believe was caused by an adverse reaction to a vaccine. We want you to know we take each case seriously and we empathize with the suffering this event has caused. We are here for you and want to make sure everyone makes it through the storm. Okay, those are the 4 systems. Thanks for making it this far in the video. All we have left is the outro. Almost there. Vaccine safety monitoring is an ongoing task. Just like the weather, vaccines have become a part of our day-to-day lives. The CDC's expansive network of vaccine safety monitoring experts who help to make sure you know what to expect from a vaccine that are available to the public. These dedicated scientists are tracking all side effects, mild, moderate, or severe related to specific vaccines, and following up with patients and listening to the stories of those individuals who have been impacted. The Vaccine Safety Monitoring Networks at the CDC is dedicated to helping keep you informed with transparency and safety so your day-to-day is blue skies and peace of mind. One last thing. This is a visual note for the sequence. Video concludes with Andy Vev taking off her coat and jacket and putting on a lab coat as she steps into work. It is revealed to the audience that she is a scientist herself. Thank you so much for listening. Again, please let us know if this metaphor made sense, if you were confused, and if you feel like you have a better idea of these systems after making it through the script. This is a huge help.